Nerf this!
Hey guys, welcome back to Clash with Corey. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, when you get a chance, check out the details of my videos. I got a lot of good resources for you in there. I got links to my Discord server if you want to hang out with me. I got links to WHF's recruiting Discord server if you're interested in joining the WHF family. Also got links to WHF's live streamers, so if you want to catch some of our CWL wars live, go ahead and give them a follow and you'll get notified when they're streaming. You can check out some of the CWL invite action. So with that, we're going to get into today's video. This video is in response to requests from subscribers, you guys. And it was basically asking, hey man, can you show us some non-CWL attacks on some non-CWL bases? Because your average clasher, which is most clashers, aren't facing those kind of bases. And you know what I mean? Sometimes a different approach is called for. Can be a little easier, a lot simpler than some of the crazy attacks that we're seeing in like CWL level stuff. And, you know, in some of these farm bases and these farm clans, that sort of stuff's just not necessary. And so here you go. In response to that, I'm going to show a 6-pack from one of my longtime subscribers. And he's actually moved over. He clashes with me in my other clan, Royal Redcoats. And that's where we're at for this video today. I'm going to share with you guys, this is his attack. I've never used this attack, honestly. But he has a lot of success with it. So definitely worth taking a look at. So first of all, I got to say about this base, a lot of us in this clan failed on this base. I failed on this base. You know, granted, I have like 34 or 30 heroes, and basically I was going in trying to do a kill squad Lalo on it, and my kill squad did not get nearly what I thought it would get, and you know, due to that, the Lalo fell short. And before he went to bed, he looked at this base and put a note on it, said, yeah, Bowler Witch on this base. And then he went to sleep, so we didn't, you know, couldn't ask him what he was talking about or anything, and I was like, what are you talking about, man? This base has all kinds of splash damage on the edges. If I try to Bowler Witch this base, my bowlers and witches are just going to get slaughtered. There's no way. He wasn't talking about a standard Bowler Witch. He was talking about his Bowler Witch attack that he uses, which is this comp you're going to see, you know, right? Oh, wow, wait, there we go, right over there. You see that comp over there. And so basically he's going to use a Queen Walk on one side with just 3 healers, and then he's going to do a Bowler Witch Walk on the other side, and he's going to use 3 healers for that most of the time as well. So kind of unique. I definitely haven't seen that combination of healers used with this army, but let's go and take a look at it. He's going to crush this base with this army. He was right. He woke up after several of us had tried and failed on this base and just crushes it. So he's definitely onto something here. So first he's going to bring down his Queen Walk. Remember, this Queen Walk only has 3 healers, so you can't leave her out to dry. You can't charge her into a bunch of defenses unsupported. She's just going to die really fast. So he gets down his other troops really quick. He starts his Queen Walk, then he starts his Bowler Witch Walk, and then immediately he's throwing down, he threw down his King actually first to tank a little bit this time, I think, and then the Wrecker going in right behind, and then he's got 11 Bowlers and 4 Wizards to send into that middle compartment. Since you're sending your Queen down the side a lot of the time, sometimes she'll go in, a lot of times she'll walk around. He brings those Wizards in there in case you got like a Dragon in the CC, that way you can make sure to get it killed. This time it ends up being an Electro Dragon and a Loon in a CC, so you definitely got to have something that targets air in there to get that taken care of. Goes and gets his first rage down, followed by a quick heal. Now, the problem with bowler-based attacks, when you're sending a bunch of bowlers into the cores, they're really weak. They're really susceptible to giant bombs. So if you know of a giant bomb location or you suspect it, get that heal down. Maybe right before they get there. Try and keep them alive through those things. You know, but it's worth noting that if you hit a double giant bomb with bowlers, doesn't matter if you got a heal there, they're done. You know, if you hit a giant bomb right after a bomb tower, they're going to disappear. We'll actually see that a little bit in the next attack, so be really wary when sending, wow, weird, and when sending bowlers in a base of those giant bomb locations. Have a heal ready. Try and have some tanking out in front if you can. Hopefully your Wrecker survives long enough, or you know, maybe you pop your King and he can get out in front. And, you know, get those giant bomb locations taken care of. So if you look at this, man, he called it. Look at those sides are going strong. His Queen's still going strong, even with just 3 healers, because he got the rest of his troops in there quickly to support her. So she wasn't taking maximum fire. Those bowlers were in there doing some tanking as well, and taking out some of those inner defenses, and really helping her out. So she still got her ability. He pops it just for the sake of, you know, getting it done quick, but he didn't need it. Didn't need it at all. Crushes this base. if I was doing this attack, I probably would have brought a jump because that wall wrecker didn't get in that deep. And, you know, common wisdom kind of tells us that we need to bring at least one jump on these, get that core group going through. But it worked out well for him this time. They were able to push through those walls under rage and get it taken care of. So now you get to see him take out a ring base with it. I've seen him take out a lot of ring bases with this attack. He gets a little lucky on this hit after he gets pretty unlucky, and you'll see why. So once again, he's going to start his queen first with 3 healers, immediately starts the other flank going with 3 healers, and then immediately gets that core pushed down as well. You got the siege machine and the king, followed by bowlers and wizards. Gets a rage down on him nice and early, trying to get that first section taken out. Gets a poison down on the enemy CC, freezes it as well. Probably a good call there, otherwise they would have gone out of that poison. Now, I'm going to pause right here, because if we zoom in right here, you're going to see all of his bowlers are gone. All those bowlers in the core push just died because they hit a bomb tower followed by a giant bomb. And that's too much damage. Even though there's a heal there, bowlers don't have enough health points to survive that. At least level 2 bowlers don't. So all those bowlers are gone. Worth mentioning, he does bring bowlers in his siege machine as well, with the max giant in there to tank for him. The giant will come out first because it has you know, smaller troop space and do a little bit of tanking for him. But still, you want to be on top of spell support because once again, once that breaks, once those bowlers pop out, they're just, you know, even the max level 4 bowlers, they're not that tanky. So you want to get him some spell support whenever possible. So he did have some witches come in the base, and they're helping kind of do a little bit of damage, and Skelly's getting out front doing a little bit of tanking, so that's nice. And those bowlers that he had in that siege machine come out and managed to take out a few more of those defenses. Now, if you look down on this side over here, he, like I said, that was pretty unlucky, hitting that, you know, basically a double giant bomb, losing your whole core push. Usually it's over at that point, but he's going to pull this one out anyways. His healers actually cooperate. His healers went off onto his king, and they do that a lot. They're really hard to control later on in the attack. They kind of do what they want. Luckily, they didn't take that much fire from that air defense before the queen took it out, and they switch back over to the queen when the king goes down. So they cooperated this time. They don't always do that. That's definitely a danger with healer-based attacks. Is, you know, I can't count how many times I've done like a healer bowler kind of attack, and it's looking great. I got a queen walk running around finishing up this base. She can reach the rest of the stuff. She can definitely get through it with the 2 or 3 healers and abilities she's got left, and then the healers just drift over to the middle of the base where 1 or 2 bowlers are beating on a wall and sit there and heal that bowler, leaving my queen to die and leaving me with a, you know, 95% fail on a base. So that's definitely a danger with healer bowler based attacks. Are those healers going to cooperate later on in the raid? You know, in that second half of the raid or last little bit of the raid, you really can't control what your healer is going to do, unfortunately. So if they cooperate, you're probably going to have a lot of success. If they don't, they don't. So that is, you know, definitely some dangers with this kind of attack, but still worth giving a shot, still worth practicing, you know what I mean? If you're facing, you know, bases like this on a regular basis, you know, I'd definitely give it a shot, and because he wrecks a lot of bases with it, you know what I mean? Not every time, definitely, but, you know, can't say that about any attack. So here's the army comp. If you guys wanted to look at it again, he's got a queen, 6 healers. Remember, he runs 3 healers on his queen, 3 healers on his witch and bowler flank, which is like 4 witches and 4 bowlers. Then he's got, you know, 15 bowlers total in the composition, 4 witches, 4 wizards, 2 archers, just kind of for that leftover space. You know, depending though, you could throw in a minion if you wanted, if you thought you were going to end on some cannons. You could throw in a couple goblins if you have some high hit point storages on the outside that you think you need cleaning up. So that's just kind of to fill space. And he usually brings 3 rages and 2 heals, but you could play with that a little bit. A lot of times you're going to want to bring a jump in this composition. So you could go 2 rages, 2 heals, or 3 rages, 1 heal. Up to you. That's going to kind of depend on the base. He brings a poison and a freeze. You know, if it's a fresh hit, if you don't know what's in there, you got the option of bringing 2 poisons if you need to. A second poison can really come in handy if you have to deal with a hound, because the hound and a loon, because you got to poison that loon, otherwise it's going to wreck a lot of bowlers. And then it's nice to have another poison later for when that hound pops and it kind of gets out in front on your troops where your queen can't reach it. It's nice to have a second poison in case of that. So if you're doing a fresh hit, you might think about bringing 2 poisons, but you can definitely always find a use for the freeze as well. And inside the siege machine, he's bringing a max giant and 5 max bowlers. And remember, when those pop out of there, make sure to get some spell support on them. If you have a heal still, good time to get a heal down on them, followed by a rage immediately, so they can take out those defenses in front of them and you know, survive a little bit. So I hope you guys liked the video. This is definitely, you know, probably not going to apply to like CWL level bases. So this is for basically everybody else. Most of the clashers out there are not in the CWL, and most of the clashers out there are going to be facing bases like the ones I just showed you. So this video is for you guys, and I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next one.